If we're truly going to have a community that is raising up kids that are gonna make something of themselves and really have the best opportunity to go into this world and make a difference, we cannot continue down this road. Hey guys, we're back with another video. I saw that Mr. Nick Cannon has his, I think, 9th and 10th children on the way or something like that.
Keep wilding out.
The pun.
Bum, bum, bum.
Now, we all know to remember Nick Cannon from like Nickelodeon and his days back in the day. Nick, and a lot of people know Nick Cannon comes from money. Like his family has money. The Cannon family has money. And, but I saw a trend, and I don't really, you have many children you want, but there's a trend I'm seeing in these YouTube and social media streets where people are like, oh, he can have all the kids he wants because he can afford them. Yes, Nick Cannon is a very wealthy man. He's a multi-millionaire. He has had money for a long time, but this is the thing, and what I want to discuss is really not about Nick Cannon. It's about the mentality within the social media circles and even just in our world now, that we have dumbed men down to just wallets. Mm-hmm. There's only one Nick Cannon. He's not omnipresent. He only be one place at one time. So how can you be an effective father?
Exactly.
You can be a sperm donor. You can contribute financially, but how could you be an effective father when you have 10 children spread out between 4 different women, probably in 4 different places,
locations? Yep.
And you're Nick Cannon.
So you're constantly doing Nick Cannon things, producing, acting, whatever it is that you're doing,
all the things that Nick Cannon does. And like I said, this is not an indictment on Nick Cannon. I don't care what the man does with his semen. That's between him and his women. But what the problem I have is that we're trying to bring that mentality into the real world. Nick Cannon doesn't even live in the real world.
We're equating financial backing with good parenting.
Absolutely.
And it's not.
And it's not true.
No.
It's not true. We have 3 children together, and I'm a very present father. And it is a full-time job to remain present. And my kids live in the same house with me. I'm nowhere near as busy as Nick Cannon, but I am busy. Mm-hmm. And it is a full-time job for me to make sure that I'm pouring into those children, that I'm watching them, that I'm there for them, and I'm there to make sure to see what they're becoming and molding and guiding. That's and I only got 3 that live in the same house. Yeah,
by the same woman. Like you're saying, as a father, how do you give that same level of attention to all of your children, geographically separated? It's impossible, but like you said, we're valuing, he can afford it, so it's okay. Yeah. But what about the emotional detriment? What about the emotional lack of support that they're going to feel? We're not looking at that side of it.
And that's my point in this video, and I think that's something that we have to address, because I've seen this switch in our society where we have this thing where fathers are, as long as you are giving money, you're paying child support, and you're a good father. That's not true. It's not true at all. My father, I love my father. My father is not a rich man, and he never will be. And we grew up with very little, but I had a father. Yeah. And that has reverberated throughout my life. The lives of the men that I mentor, my sons, my nephew, all of the people that we talk to, because I have a father who is active and was present. I understand what my assignment is as a man. I'm not confused about what a man should be in a home, because I saw it every day. Yep. Now, I didn't have the freshest shoes and the freshest clothes and all the things like that, but I had a father who was there.
And that's priceless.
And then you can't put a price tag on that. But this thing now that where Mom, I got this. As long as you pay your child support. No, you don't. No, you don't. Why are jails flooded? Why are people out here just having babies left and right? Single parent homes put a child at every statistical disadvantage there is. This ain't someone pulling out my rear end. These are facts. The problem is I see dudes that make less money than I make, and they got 5, 6, 7 kids by 4 or 5 different women. That definitely is a no-go.
Yeah, it's irresponsible, though. We have to admit it. It's irresponsibility.
Sexual irresponsibility. Yep. What would you say to a young man with this mentality, coming from a female standpoint?
Just that you can't really see too far into the future now. Like right now, it's pleasure, it's fun, and it's not a big deal. I'll make sure I take care of mine and all that. But what you're not seeing is the other side of it, the detriment that it's going to have on that child. I'm a child and product of single parent home, and I remember what it felt like to not have both of my parents there. And yes, financially you may be able to afford it, but it doesn't substitute having a quality relationship with your parent. It is going to reverberate throughout their lives, and it will continue to perpetuate in their life and possibly in their future relationship. And that's something that you as a parent, prior to even being a parent, something you should think about. If you really do want to have a child because you love, you want to have a loving relationship, or you want to have a child, you want to bring a child into this world, think about bringing that child into a loving, whole relationship with that child's mother. That would be the best gift you could possibly give.
Yeah. And not put a price tag on the fact that my dad's right down the hall.
And we're not talking to the blended families. That's a whole nother dynamic. We're talking to these serial impregnators that don't mind getting women pregnant and saying, just because financially I can support, then it's okay. And to the ladies that are allowing this, you're allowing these gentlemen into your bodies. You're allowing this to actually take place and happen. Think about the detriment it's going to have on that baby that you're going to carry. And although you're like, well, long as he there financially, I can do it all. No, you can't. You can only do your part of it. So if you are a mom raising a son, you have a whole another dynamic that you have no clue about. You don't know what it means to be a man. You can't raise him to be a man. You can love him and nurture him, but there's going to be something missing. And if you're raising a daughter, you are modeling for her that it is okay to accept money over quality, over commitment, over whatever values that should be in place. You're telling her it's okay. So I really want y'all to think about that before you lay down and have your fun and make these babies. Think about the babies. Put them first.
There's so much more to this conversation that needs to be had. We'll get down the road there, guys, but I think that there's something that we really got to discuss. If we're truly going to have a community that is raising up kids that are gonna make something of themselves and really have the best opportunity to go into this world and make a difference, we cannot continue down this road. It's just as bad. It's bad business.
Yeah, and real quick, we just want to say we just have reached 100 subscribers. We want to tell you guys thank you so much for your love, for your support. We can't do this without you, so we want to tell you guys thank you so much. We love and appreciate each of you.
And with that,
that's enough said.